from yours truly. Sit back and enjoy yourself. You're about to hear a message from yours truly. Pure Bama Freeman lifestyle. Hey. You're about to go from city to city. Traveling across this land in the pure Bama Freeman lifestyle.
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, man? We here. Midnight, 1 o'clock in Thailand. Shout out to y'all guys. Want to give you a major salute. It's your boy Bama right here at Free Men Travel. Shout out to y'all guys, man. Thank y'all for coming to this stream. However, man, y'all know what time it is, man. Hit the like button. If you new, sub to the channel. On YouTube, make sure you hit the notification bell. When you go over to Kick, make sure you hit that little box on the end right there where it says follow. Hit that little box right there and sub to your boy, you know what I mean, and become a subscriber, and just, you know, pay about $5 or $6, whatever that is, a month, and, you know, just get the content. You know, that shows that you support the channel. However, that's how you could do it. If you don't want to sub to the channel, you can go to either Chime and PayPal at Pure Bama TV, which y'all see at the bottom of the screen. Okay. You can go to Cash App at $ Pure Bama Freeman. You can definitely go and support monetarily in those platforms. So with all that being considered, y'all excuse me, I just got done eating. The travel space is at a crossroads. What I mean by that is it's going to have to make some concessions, or it has to make some changes on how it wants to project itself or present itself. They're going to have to make some changes. And there will be changes. Some going to be forced, and some going to have to come voluntarily. So let's just break that down as we do this particular stream, because I think it's important for us to really take note that some guys are going to have to own up to what they put out on social media. That's just going to have to be the case in point, you know. So we're going to have to deal with that. And then y'all feel free to get in the comment section and tell me what y'all think. You know what I mean? And we're gonna pretty much wrap. Shout out to my guy, man, First Class. He's in the building. Salute to your brother. Thank you, sir, for coming through, man. Appreciate you for coming through, man. He says facts. Yeah, they're crossroads, bro. You know what I mean? There's a lot of guys shaking. I mean, rightfully so, shaking because of what they have put out on the web, thus making it difficult for them to go to the countries that they once were going to. That's going to put a halt to that. Okay? It's going to put a halt to that part, because it's going to make them sort of reluctant to go. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I want to go, because I don't know if they catch me right there at the checkpoint. They may just arrest me right there as part of the larger investigation. Which brings me to the question of why we did this stream, or doing this stream. Is Floyd the catch to catch the bigger fish? Is he used as the catch for the bigger fish? The answer for me is yes. Largely because they've said it in articles that it's a criminal organization. However, there are people that are trying to defend the title, which I understand. I get the part of that argument. But what I'm saying is, despite what you trying to defend, they've already made their mindset up about the actual title Passport Bro. They've done a thorough job in their investigation to come up with this conclusion that this is what these guys are. Okay? Now, if you've done content declaring that you are a Passport Bro, and even in a lot of cases, by default, people still will associate you with Passport Bro. They still will look at us with a critical eye. That's just my opinion. I just think that. Even myself, you know what I mean? Am I a Passport Bro? Well, of course not. Because I've declared many times on my YouTube that I am a free man. All right. Even my Instagram name is I am a free man. Okay. That entails that I am free from any affiliation to any organization. I'm free of that. All right. And I've declared many times on my YouTube. And I don't get a lot of views, but I get it, right? But I've always pushed guys to become free, right? Freedom of other people's social pressures, what they think of you, what they think you should do. I've said this many times. If you follow the content, what I'm telling you is this. A lot of these organizations, they have a lot of bad apples. They do. Even in some of these Facebook groups. Early on in my travel experience, I'm trying to get this camera right. I got this webcam. I forgot that I had this webcam. I had bought it, but it's really clear. I like it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta get it right though. I need to get the right stand and all that. But anyway, I've largely got out of these Facebook groups early on in my travel career because I saw the direction it was going. I didn't want to be, first of all, blown up with a whole lot of nothing, a lot of notifications that wasn't interesting to me. You know what I mean? A lot of conversations people were having, I wasn't necessarily interested in it. If I did scroll it when I was there, I was trying to get a little bit of information about what was going on in certain places to try to get a gauge on what the place was like to visit, right? But 70% of the shit, which is opinion based, a lot of people were bickering over some dumb shit, and I think if you free yourself up from that, then you are able to sort of get a better experience because your mindset is not formulated or made by other people's opinion. So I distanced myself from that. I didn't want to be associated with a group, a chat. I wanted to create my own that sort of had the same mindset. And we all thought that we were free men to think on our own accord. I didn't want to go with the marketed or the industry. Let's just say it like that. The industry people who got a monopoly on this shit. I didn't want to follow that crowd. And this Floyd case, to me, brings it all home. When you associate with these bigger groups, you're going to get somebody in that group that's going to misrepresent the larger group. Now, we're going to talk about these fish There are some major players in the Passport Bro movement, and those guys gonna have to answer for some of the content. Now, I was just given something by MJ. Shout out to MJ. And it talks about primarily Brazil. Now, I'm not going to call his name because I don't want him to be saying that I'm throwing out propaganda, and I'm not, I don't have my facts based off of this because I'm not part of his Patreon and I'm not in his group and all of that. Okay. Let me take the natural position, which is me being an outsider looking in. From the outside looking into the content, you're often talking about what they're charging Floyd with. Now, I'm not saying with the underage stuff. We're talking about the exploitation of the so-called vulnerable people. You're promoting it. I mean, easy. You're actually funneling guys into your Patreon to get the inside scoop on how to do this shit. And it's no telling how many people is in that group. And however, there's somebody saying that there's thousands of people or hundreds that they're looking into. That may be just largely of the so-called chat or the people that's in the social media groups. As far as Facebook, when we talk about investigations, they going inside of these groups and looking at who is actually a member or a follower. And it's easy, and they go down the rabbit hole from there and they start to look at, okay, has this group donated outside of the money that they need to even be in the group? Are they a willing donator? Are they always dropping, the money into the Cash App? Or are they part of their members group on YouTube? Okay, not only is this person is looking at in his Facebook group, are they inside of the YouTube too? Are they following them on Instagram? Is they connected to them on Snapchat? It's sort of easy, but that's how they look at it. So if they say they're investigating allegedly hundreds, maybe thousands of people, they're only talking about the people, the members, subscribers that's inside of these guys' so-called groups or following. They are going to investigate you. Now, they're going to basically say, hey, you're enabling this person to go out here and commit crimes. You're an enabler, co-conspirator, right? In Floyd's case, his whole job was to get on here and e-beg. And I know I've done streams on him and was opposed to the methodology of how he went about trying to get money. I always told this guy, you need to get a job. And we've done this numerous of times. We've told people that's on that tip of e-begging to get a goddamn job. Go and get a job. Quit being lazy. Quit being soft. Go and earn, honestly, what you get. Instead of fucking getting out here and e-begging. Now, however, we are all on YouTube to get some form of money, some form of compensation. It is a business. We get it. But what business are you supporting? That's the question. And so those people that had supported Floyd, I'm here to say it is a possibility that you are being investigated. Check. Now, all of these Passport Bro groups on Facebook, they are all also possibly being investigated. It's just my opinion. I have no facts. I'm just saying how these people possibly think and work. If they're going to investigate the Passport Bro group, they're going to investigate it from the platforms that made them actually come together. Okay? Again, guys, y'all have to remember, I wasn't a police officer, or I wasn't in the FBI or nothing like that. What I'm saying is I was in a sort of a line of work like that. And I kind of know how you go into investigation. Listen, if you follow your favorite YouTuber that is promoting, what we all like, okay, I get it. It's the way you do it. But a lot of these guys are actually openly supporting this shit, right? In the wrong context, by which how these countries are looking at it. These countries looking at it like, yo, I don't want you representing my country like this. We know that there are bad women here. Why are you promoting as a foreigner? So this is how you view our total country? Is this the reason why you coming? Because you want to, again, y'all see how it follows? So if you're a part of these so-called favorite YouTubers and they're openly promoting it, as in pay for play, I kind of delve off into it, but it's not from the standpoint of trying to exploit people or trying to become some big shot, or some monopolizer on going against even the vulnerable men that's in America, right? A lot of vulnerable men that's being depraved of sexual activity. However, that's not my content because I'm a free man of that. So hope y'all understand what a free man is. It is not being a passport bro. It's not associated with Facebook groups, other content creators. A lot of people say, Bama, you want to get your channel up, man, you should collab with this person, or you should go over here and do it on this platform. I don't want to be associated with none of them niggas. Okay? There's a reason. There's a reason why I'm kind of strategy. I understand that black women don't like black men traveling and really gaining leverage, and they know it's a leverage move. I know that they're going to work hand in hand with the person they've been working hand in hand with, which is the government. Yeah. Not only that, there's a reason why they're going over to these other countries where these guys are actually going to, and they following you or us. It's to inform their government too. A lot of y'all ain't consider that part. So what I'm saying is this. Why would I be surrounded by a whole bunch of people? I'm a solo traveler. Always have, always will be. First and foremost. You don't see me surrounded by a whole lot of people. I don't have a big following. I'm not really promoting anything. If anything, my channel, the face of it is probably more likely, hey, middle-aged, about to be middle-aged guy, just now getting his life started, trying to find ways to be happy. He's promoting that other guys go to, around the world, or even some cases, drive trucks to get around and see different shit. You know what I'm saying? Get your bag. Get your money. Make your money your wife. Everybody else is a side piece. Live your life. Be happy. Be free. That's my content. I try to tell you guys what to avoid. The traps. That's why we preview certain behaviors. Because it's not in your best interest. I know that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also here to tell you that if you support some of these content creators, these big ones, that you love to jump over there and see what they got going on. Be careful, man. Be careful, bro. So we're going to read this. MJ, what's up with you, bro? I just talked about you. We're going to read the article that you sent to me. We're going to read that. Because he's one of the big fish, along with Austin and, BMT. I don't have nothing against you guys. I'm just saying the obvious. Y'all are the big fish. Remember, right? Y'all are, gatekeepers and yeah, want you to understand that part. I don't wish this on none of you guys. I didn't I'm just a newbie here. I'm just a struggling streamer. You know what I'm saying? Irrelevant to be on top of it. What I'm telling you is this: you put the people in your group, you put them in a bad situation, bro. They're going to investigate everyone possibly who might be involved. Now there is, on the outside looking in, we can't see the correlation between a BMT and Floyd. Now, some people, why are you associating them two? I'm not saying that it was buddies. I'm not saying that, BMT or either Floyd was giving each other advice. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the association, right? As in traveling. What would be the difference? You know what I'm saying? Okay, if there is a difference in philosophy, which I think it is, right? And we all know that there is a difference between the two. We know this. I'm thinking about how an investigator thinks. They want to tie some similarities together. And that is primarily inspiring black men to travel. Okay? We all know what the word bro means. It's just not associated with other ethnicities. It's a close association with black men. We've coined that jargon. We've used that jargon for 30, 40, 50 years, 60. We call each other bro, brother, right? So when we say passport bro, we're talking about black men. Let's not conflate, other travelers from other ethnicities and say, hey, no. We all know what this is. So that's the similarities between the two. Okay? Whether Floyd openly say, hey, be foreign or foreign only, and we're going to promote guys get their passport. BMT say the same shit. Is BMT a pedo? No. What I'm saying is they're looking at similar methodologies and philosophies to associate the two. That's all I'm saying. So they could say that about any of us. Check. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Yep. It's all about leverage. Look, black women don't want to see black men win. They rather see black men fail with them. Okay? And if they fail, they want to have an scapegoat to say, you're the cause for why we failed. They don't want to take accountability for that. So black women do not want to see black men win. All they want to do is see black men fail with them. Simple. So yeah, they're going to go out to these guys, all of us as travelers overseas, to be happy. And thus is the reason why you see from the videos that we have previewed that it's not making them happy. And I kind of see it even like when I was out last night, I had a couple chicks kind of pass by me and stuff like that. And I was with old girl, saying we kicking it. Friends from Facebook, by the way, I'm saying? Friends from Facebook. I met her on Facebook, however. Yeah, it's kind of like you could tell the hostility. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like when they're acting like modern day slave catchers. Yeah, I mean, that's all it is, because they've remained on the plantation, whereas we've sort of gotten our freedom papers, aka the passport, and our freedom. We went and opened up our dating options, not exploitation, right? Dating options. And let me clear this up too. If there's anyone to try to associate me with the same bullshit, the reason why I tell the people that do rock with me to open up their dating options, I'm saying that in a genuine way. I'm not saying that from a play for play first and foremost position. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm not opposed to it because the reason why, because it's in the actual countries we visit, right? I don't see that exploitation. However, like I told girl last night, I said my mindset about this whole me and you connecting from Facebook is to see where it goes, you know, because like I am open to a relationship overseas. Unlike some of these other guys, they don't have no intentions of doing that. They'll tell you that, but they don't believe that. They just say, hey, I want to kind of wing it as long as I can wing it, and I'm not trying to really move from my position. I'm having fun the way I'm doing it. I really don't have a long-term solution. I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. That kind of leads you into that same category of exploiter of vulnerable people. I'm just telling you what these people may be thinking. This is what they're thinking. Okay? It don't matter what your opinion is. You don't have the authority. It don't matter whether you think they're wrong. They have the authority. Okay? If you're gonna take the approach of opening up your dating option, don't limit it to just a pay for play situation. No, don't let pay for play be the only reasons for why you doing what you're doing. Again, I'm not opposed to it. What I'm saying is, why not try to move and navigate towards something that's actually real? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I've been doing. I don't know what these other guys been doing. And I can prove that I made the attempt to actually be in a relationship. That's on record. We can talk to her now and she'll tell you. Okay? So I'm encouraging y'all to do the same. Okay? Move towards that. And that's what I primarily really tell all of them. They ask you, what you come over here for? Hey, I just want to come over here and have a good time. You know, I want to find maybe a beautiful woman and maybe see where it goes. See whether or not I can maybe make this a long-term relationship and possibly a marriage. I say this. I'm encouraging y'all to do the same. Because the way that we have allowed these industry niggas who really have coined the phrase passport bro and formed this unwilling, group, they've herded men into this mindset of go to the red light district and only do that part. Well, there's consequences for that. I think that the red light district, in my opinion, the few little times I've traveled, what I observe is it is just to pass time. It is to, until you find whoever you want to, get with, use that to, to your discretion. But don't make that like that's every day I wake up, I'm going to go, bruh. Them days are up, man. And these countries are going to show us that this is not where it's at no more. They're going to put a halt to this shit. They're going to try to force their women to get into relationships just like America's somewhat trying to do it. And this red light district shit is not really encouraging that. You know what I mean? If you really want to stand on business, I think the best way is to really, instead of being in the back of your mind, you probably want to put it like right up in there, paper play maybe, and then really I want, you might want to do that. I'm just saying, man. It ain't, you get jammed up, you know what I mean? MJ says, of course, they want to try and make black men the face of this bullshit. Again, I'm with you. I'm going to take an abstract approach to it. We all are associated with it in the sense of, even though the philosophy is not the same. You know what I'm saying? We don't believe in doing pedo shit. We're not here to grape nobody. We definitely not here to exploit nobody, because again, with that point of exploitation, it's not exploitation when you have in these districts that the countries allow, which made it lawful. Um, those women are pursuing us. So if anybody being exploited, it would be the foreigner. You know what I'm saying? If anybody is being hunted and taken advantage of, it would probably be the foreigner. Because let's just say there was no foreign people coming to these red light districts. Are they going to charge the local men the same prices they would a foreigner? Nobody talks about that part. Nobody talks about that. They only talk about you have the status as a black man of having more money than these people in these so-called third world countries. You're taking advantage of them. You know they're poor, so why would you come over there and use your money to get what you want, bro? You can apply that to anybody that's not a foreigner. Anybody could be used as an exploiter. Even the rich people within their country is exploiting them. You never talk about that. No, we put capitalism on it, right? We put socialism on top of it, right? What are we talking about? A couple guys getting some slice hole overseas that they now got all the power? Absolutely not. They ain't got no power. Anything they empowering your country because they bring in economics to that country. So I think a lot of this is, it's just the bigger deal is to catch these big fish, bro. That's my goal at the end of the day. Yeah, bro, like A class, like, you know, you're a year older than I am, or 8 or 9 months older than I am. Practically the same age. We just ain't got that kind of time. Now, watch this. It's guys our age class that still think like a nigga in his 20s, 30s. Huh? These niggas, they wanna be on the circuit for the rest of their life. I know that your mindset is like that because we talk. So that's where we at. It just, the only thing is we're trying to, like we've talked about, and me and MJ, we've also talked about it. We're trying to find the actual country that we're trying to potentially move to or start a family with. And really, it's both of them. What we're going to move to, or at least I'm going to say full time. I'm saying get property there. We talked about business. It ain't, we just only there for pay for play. No, we're talking about business. We're talking about how to make money, how to get up off the jobs we're currently in. It's a strategy. Do we want the best results? That's where we at. That's what this channel produces. That's who we're trying to collab with. We're not trying to be with the industry niggas. Because the industry niggas are being investigated. Let's read it. Let's read it. 1MT. Hey, shout out to you. Salute to you, bro. I'm just saying, outside looking in. I said I won't call your name out, but I am. And it's not a diss against you. I'm not putting allegations on you. I'm just saying that there is a post about you from some Brazilians. Okay? So, it ain't my words. I'm just reading it. Now, you're going to get mad at me reporting it? Well, we can also get mad at you reporting about certain things that's going on overseas. So, that's not cherry pick on what needs to be reported. Now, I'm just saying. There's somebody right here in Brazil saying this about you, 1MT. We're going to go on down the road with the big fish. It says, Skylar DeRozan is an American military expatriate and a known associate of this man who lives in Ipanema currently. He operates a Discord, somebody snitching on you, and a private website. Oh, somebody done got the scoop on you. With the sole purpose of exploiting Brazilian women and international women. I sent this to the authorities. Help me clean out our cities of these criminals, abusers of ladies. Please and thank you. Please look into this. These are criminals who live among us. They could be their daughters later. They could be their daughters later. We're going to read that again, folks. 1MT. There's somebody that is in your discourse who know how you operate, know what you're producing on these private websites, as well as your Discord. Again, Floyd has a Discord, right? BMT also, I think, has a web Discord and all. They've already got the information, guys. You didn't have any mods, I'm sure, in those things watching what's being produced and what's being propagated. Y'all was just trying to get numbers. Y'all was too busy trying to blow up. And you wasn't monitoring what was being projected on your Discord. This is a phishing net, these social media platforms. And they get a general consensus of what's being produced or the mentality of the said group, even though you can say, this is not what we stand for. We don't believe in that. You play Mr. Moral Police. You know what I'm saying? You become Mr. Morality now. Oh, no, that's not what we stand for. We don't believe in debauchery. We don't believe in pedoism. We don't believe in sexual exploitation. That don't matter. They ain't looking at it like that. So what I'm saying is, somebody knows the scoop and they snitching on you. To play devil's advocate, they don't keep the same energy they have for Floyd like they do with the white man in the States, i.e. Epstein. I mean, I don't know, MJ. I think Donald Trump took a lot of heat for that shit, bro, for the Epstein shit. So we could basically say it's really an attack on men. But I see the underlying message. I know that we probably get a bad rap, but I did just read that a white man here in Thailand was sentenced to like 13 years in prison, 14 years in prison for some drug ring. You know, there's plenty of white men fighting here. It's just, I mean, man, I'm so thankful for being in the position I'm in. I'm not saying I'm safe. What I'm saying is I'm thankful to be in the position that I'm in because I really don't want this kind of, I wouldn't want this kind of heat on me just because of me traveling. Just traveling. I don't do the underage shit. I don't do the exploitation. I don't do any of that shit. I do believe in meeting people organically. I don't believe in forcing myself on people. I don't, how would I say it? I don't flex my money, you know, try to make somebody from another country look bad because I'm American. I don't do none of that shit. But we're going to read that again, y'all. 1MT. This is come from it's a ninja princess. It's a ninja princess. 2 days ago, right after this Floyd thing happened, said Skylar D. Rosen, I'm sure you probably saw it, is an American military expatriate and a known associate of this man who lives in Ipanema currently. Who is the man in Ipanema? Who's living in Ipanema, bro? Are you living in Ipanema or are they talking about somebody else? Maybe two people, maybe one person, maybe talking about just you. I don't know. But these people know who you are and who you're associated with. He operates a Discord and a private website. Private? Why would you make it private? Oh, you're going to make money on several fronts. I'm just thinking in terms of how the investigators, this is not really my thoughts. I'm just saying how these people are investigating. You purposely privated the website, which it ain't private because they can definitely break the server and go straight to the website without having to pay. They go straight to it. Private website with the sole purpose of exploiting Brazilian women and international women, which Brazilian women and international women, you promoted it. You did. I did. Phew. Are we promoting them by just talking about how good they are? Y'all help me understand. Are we promoting them by saying how good of a... If they're good women, we're not supposed to say that? I know it sounds like I'm kind of wishy-washy, but I'm playing devil advocate, or I'm just trying to open up the conversation. When the YouTubers, such as myself, are out here saying that the women overseas are better, or they're good women, they're traditional women, they value men, the way they treat men is better, are we promoting them or are we exploiting them? Because let's face it, some of these women that they do promote, they do pay to model, to advertise that country. Is that a crime? What would be the difference between that and a swimsuit issue or something like that? Like, what would be the actual issue? Something to think about. This person says, or a ninja princess says, I sent this to the authorities. Ooh. They say they sent it to the authorities. I sent this to the authorities. For what? For him to be investigated. And they actually pleading, saying, help me clean our city of these criminal abusers. Ladies, please and thank you. This is a Brazilian. When they said that, I said this is a Brazilian because they claim this is their city. Obviously, 1MT is in Rio. I don't know what to think. Should 1MT go down to the authorities and be proactive by maybe clearing his name? Should he do that? Should he do it? Because someone has a certain mindset about him. This, this is what they think of you, 1MT. Do you think you need to actually go down to the authorities and clear your name? Because you got people that's reporting you. It don't matter if it's half a person or a whole person. This was reported, allegedly, okay, to the Brazilian authorities. And this is what they think about you. Let's read it again, dog. As a matter of fact, we're gonna share it. We're gonna share our screen. We'll let y'all see it, so y'all won't say I'm lying. Okay, let me find it first, and then we'll go from there. Y'all hit the like button, man. If you're new, sub to the channel. All right, we got it. We have it up. We're gonna show this. I don't know how to blow this up, but if you guys can see this, it's a comment from whatever, I don't know what platform, but this is the comment. It says, Skylar DeRosen is an American military expatriate and a known associate of this man. It's a man that they don't want to name who lives in Ipanema currently. Okay? So two of y'all are living in Brazil right now. He operates a Discord and private website with the sole purpose of exploiting Brazilian women and international women. Are they talking about, who are they talking about? I mean, are they talking about possibly Zoe? Are they talking about the two young guys that be out there that then kind of paired up? Who are they talking about that lives in Ipanema? Who are they talking about, people? Am I reading this wrong? It's a lot of big fish. Who are they talking about? 1MT is an American military expatriate and a known associate of this man. They're not talking about, at least I know, I don't remember seeing 1MT associated with Floyd. So they must be talking about a different man. But it says that he's a military expatriate and a known associate of this man who lives in Ipanema currently. This is as of 2 days ago. As of 2 days ago, this man that she's talking about, or they talking about, is in Ipanema. Then it says, talking about Skylar, he operates a Discord and a private website with the sole purpose of exploiting Brazilian women and international women. I sent this to the authorities. Help me clean our city of these criminal abusers, ladies, please and thank you. So they're trying to collab with the women to take y'all down in Brazil. I will not be going to Brazil, to be honest with you. I just will not be going to Brazil. So, who are they talking about? Is the Floyd case a kickoff to trying to get the bigger fish? Is it what this is? Is they talking about Lord? Is they talking about the other guy that's that's connected? Like, what's his name? That guy name? I can't think of his name, but they're young. Who are they talking about? Who's all in Brazil that is connected to 1MT? I mean, the guys I mentioned, I don't remember them saying that they were passport bros. I never heard them people say they were passport bros. Never seen it. So they're obviously trying to connect us all together. That's what it sounds like. That's what it looked like. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Got 26 people watching. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Take this down real quick. Make sure y'all go and sub to Bama the Traveler on YouTube. Go and support that channel. Be honest with you, we've gotten a lot of views on that channel. On some of the shorts, some of the actual travel content that we do. As y'all know, this is a live stream channel of mine, but yeah. Seems like the view count has definitely gone up in Thailand. The views have gone up as far as the travel content. As of recent, I have been putting up videos of me getting fitted for a couple of suits, or 3 suits actually. And they seem to have more views. So we're going to keep feeding that. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick little break, man. Um, take a break. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. We're back, we back, we back, we back. Hope all is well with you guys. Make sure y'all come through, hit the like button if you're new, sub to the channel, and also hit that notification bell here on YouTube. And if you are on Kick, make sure you go to my page and follow me. You see the word gift a following or whatever that is. There's a little box right there on your right. Hit that and sub. If you sub, that will give you an opportunity to become a subscriber of the content per month. You can subscribe for the month. And the objective is really is to get subscribers. Followers is cool, it's great, I'm thankful, but I prefer subscribers on Kick. So thank y'all for that. And also, if you wouldn't mind, go over to Bama the Traveler on YouTube. Y'all hold on. Click the wrong shit. Go to Bama the Traveler on YouTube. And you can actually see the actual travel stuff. And now we're gonna next week start going to on a couple of excursions and stuff like that. And I was sort of slow to doing that, large because I got to get adapted to being here in Thailand. So had to hit a few markers before I did all that. However, getting back to the subject, what do y'all think is going down? Who do you think is being investigated? Who do you think is being investigated? As we read before we went to the break of this comment, allegedly from a Brazilian or a local there, basically pleading that the authorities look into 1MT. And that's why I posed the question to this topic on whether or not Floyd is the catalyst to catch the bigger fish. Is Floyd the catalyst to catching the bigger fish? I would say yes. Anytime you talk about investigations, you're going to look for associations, networks. You're going to see it. Okay? K-Flaw Gaming. K-Flaw Gaming. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate it. Doing well. Who y'all think is going to get investigated next? I'll tell you this. It's no telling who they're going to investigate next. However, they don't seem to be satisfied with just Floyd. And is it possible that Floyd can get enough pressure put on him where he spills all the beans? Is it possible? Maybe there are no beans, and that this is just a lone act by an individual. It is amazing to me is that there are people trying to disassociate themselves from him who once was collaborators or a collaborator to him or with him, right? And to be honest with you, this person was the one who put him on the scene as his protege. Like he literally said he's taking this person up under his wing. He literally said that. Now there's been a disconnect as of a couple of years ago. For at least 2 years now, they haven't been like that. My question is, how did that happen? What happened? What happened to cause the split between Austin Holloman and Floyd? What caused that split? What caused it? Is it because of what Austin said recently? He said that Floyd was so weird and that, I couldn't really rock with that, so I had to cut ties with him. Okay, we can buy that for $1. But how long were you aware of his weirdness? And then we're not talking about what we see on the camera. What we're talking about is what was weird. What did he do? What did he do for you to say, I'm not going to be associated with this person no more? And honestly speaking, when we talk about the investigation, that's what they want to know. What caused you to break ties with him? And the fact that you broke ties with him, is that enough to say that you have no association with him? Is that enough? Were you aware of this man's activities when y'all were connected? Were you aware of it? What was he doing, Austin? Tell us, give us a deep dive. What was y'all doing? I mean, y'all actually shared rooms together. Ooh. How was it to live with Floyd? What was it like? Give us a scoop. You actually lived with the man that did what he did. You actually lived with that man. And then you ended up disassociating yourself from him physically. And now you have it to socially, from a social media standpoint, you now have to re-enter into the dissociation. You have to reiterate it. You have to remind the people that I'm not connected to him. Not only are you disassociating yourself from him because of what he did, you have to now add on to what caused you to stop collaborating with him. What created that? What did he do? That's what everybody want to know. What did he do for you to cut ties with him? I can't remember the last place y'all was at when you cut ties with him. But he obviously, I think, went home or something like that. And then for some reason, y'all didn't connect back. But we really would like to know, what was it like for you to live with this guy that's alleged to do what he did, which was sick, in Brazil. Not to mention, or I haven't mentioned, that what was alleged about you in Brazil. The questions that you was asking to women that were, or girls that were underage, this is what I'm hearing. It's what I heard from a person that is connected with the locals. They said, not me, they said that you was asking inappropriate questions to women that were underage or girls that were underage. In this one case, which caused you or prompted you to leave Brazil. Now, I think since then you have gone back to Brazil, but you didn't really stay that long. I don't think you was that comfortable. And maybe perhaps the investigation wasn't in full stride, but now that Floyd has come back to Brazil and he's solidified what the investigation was sort of leaning on, maybe they were trying to collect more evidence. And so once they gotten what they've gotten by putting a sting out on him, in which that's what it seems like, that it was a sting. And then the Uber driver had to report it. Now you're being brought back into question. Because let's face it, you was actually in Brazil with him. Check. Not only that, the vibing with Fred guy, you don't put him in jeopardy. He was even connected to him. I'm not saying if I'm with Fred was with this. I'm just saying that the people that they have rubbed elbows with was on that type of time. And it put their reputation on the line. And also, it has put them in physical danger in Brazil. Not in fucking Wyoming somewhere in the fucking wilderness. We're talking about Brazil. Brazil is a very, very dangerous place, bro. Okay. Just by association, these guys have put themselves in jeopardy. This one player into this whole board. Think about what I'm saying. You don't have to agree with it. You can say I'm producing propaganda. No, 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 no. We're going through the variables of what is. We do know for a fact that Austin Holloman was connected to Floyd. We do know that even vibing with Fred was not his homeboy, but they was caught linked up together on video. We know this. We even know that Floyd was goddamn doing collabs with Rello. We know this. We seen the video. So it's not Bama lying on this shit. I'm just telling you the reality. Who else we seen Floyd with? He even went on the Razor Rays show. Not saying that Razor Rays is on this type of time. I'm just saying that to me, they're using the social media to persecute the associators. It don't matter if it's for content. It don't matter for none of that shit. They look at it as you're enabling him. Not only that, you popularized him through it being content. You saying that, no, I interview anybody. Okay? But, motherfucker, there could be some consequences that come behind that shit. It just could. So what I'm saying is, some of these people that you're interviewing and stuff like that probably need a background check, dog. You know? I mean, it is true. I mean, y'all put him on the platform. You popularized it. You gave him more views. You actually promoted his channel. Think about it. Now all of a sudden everybody want to distance themselves. Everybody's shock and awe. When the reality is, hell, you can see not necessarily the pedo aspect of his life, but you can damn sure see that there is something completely off from him. And to me, none of the shit that I've heard has been from the realm of impossibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looks like that type. And I often wonder, like, how is it that a person like him is getting more views and more pull than a person like me? How is that even possible? Why is he being promoted in this industry more so than a responsible person? Because they didn't want that. They don't want nobody that's been. They want to crash out. They want a person that can bring them views, and the only way you're gonna get the views is if you do something outlandish and beyond the pale. So they can then react and make more content of reporting, journalizing, reacting. Not thinking in terms of, damn, is this gonna jeopardize the collective of the men that we're trying to get to travel? We're not thinking like that. I mean, this one individual is just one individual. No, it don't work that way. You hope that it's like that, but we all know it's not like that. And that we don't get those types of benefits. So, honestly, some of you black content creators, right? You promoted the bullshit. You promoted it. Now who got the last laugh now? Who's laughing now? I'm not. Because it could potentially affect me. Even though I'm nowhere near what he's doing. Don't even consider it. But they're going to look at all of us the same way, bro. Whether you agree with it or not, that's the way it is. You know? So, I'm just a little irrelevant YouTuber. At this point, I can care less about the traction or any of that shit. Because what come with that is what we're now seeing. I'm not saying that being a popular YouTuber promotes a person or prompts a person to become a pedo. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is not being in the realm of all of these industry niggas. And let's call them for what they is. They industry niggas. They got guys within their little circle that's on that particular type of time. They all interviewed him. They've all interviewed him. Right? Interviewed him for views. He do something on his own personal channel that seems wacky and weird. He gains a lot of traction for it. Next thing you know, you want to interview him because he's hot. He's going to give me views. He's going to give me views. He's going to help my channel grow. He's going to bring me an audience to give me potential super chats. How's that working now? Now y'all shuffling. Now y'all worried about whether or not you implicated in the same fucking realm. More than likely, yeah. Even if you're, and I'm saying y'all all are innocent. I'm saying that the fact that you collaborated with him, you helped build him to that platform. You marketed him. Oof. Right? Starting with Austin. Then the rest of y'all follow suit because you start interviewing him too. I'm not saying that he's part of it. I'm just saying y'all all rubbed. It's just like the thing with Donald Trump and the Epstein shit. He said he wasn't even a part of it. The fact that he actually was at one point, they still think that he's guilty of what Epstein was goddamn guilty of. Do you not understand that? Right? That's how it works. You know? So what y'all need to be doing is locking elbows with guys that are responsible. Okay? If you want to reface this shit, you're gonna have to deal with older men. And by the way, I want to put this out here. A lot of y'all love to shit on older guys. You love to talk about it's the old ninjas. The old ninjas is the problem. Look at what you old ninjas are doing. Look at you old ninjas. Now how is it working for you? The young ninjas out here locked up in Brazil for pedoism. Okay? I'm just saying. Right? What's up with Austin? Y'all want to make this a young man's game? Okay, fine. What's going on with him now? Now he got to defend himself from his fellow pedoism buddy. And they were buddies, so don't say that they wouldn't, they're not cool no more. Fuck all of that. Okay? The reality is this. They were homeboys. And that's the point. Two young niggas. So, this ain't no, you old ninjas. Bruh, what's up with the young ninjas? We got a young ninja right now facing charges. Not only that, probably run his mouth and tell them people some shit to get the people that he was associated with, get them jammed up. Now what? Bama fucked up now? The message ain't clear still? I don't know how to communicate it? Okay, I ain't got to. I tell you this though, I guarantee you they know how to communicate the message. Check. See? I think the Passport Bro movement imploded because of their lack of awareness, their lack of organization, their lack of making it an official organization, a fraternity perhaps, right? To where these people are properly vetted, okay? Not just joining some membership. These guys need to be properly vetted to join the group. Not only that, it should have been incorporated, which means it would bring about you having an obligation and the ability to defend yourself legally. You don't think in terms like that because you're thinking about YouTube. You're thinking about getting your numbers up and getting super chats. That's all you think about. You don't think about organizing. No, organizing. It's not a group. We're no group. We've learned from our past. If we get a leader of the group, then we're going to see like the Malcolms and the Martins. We've learned from that. Okay. The group wasn't intended for you to have millions and thousands of people. This group should have been tailored for elite people, targeting the 1%. You ever thought about that? No, you ain't thought about that. Probably it didn't even cross your mind. All thing you're thinking about is, let me create a travel group. You ever thought about having a committee? If you're going to take the approach of not having a simple leader, what about a committee? Or do you have it and we just not aware of it? And if you do, you failed. And everybody that is in that committee has also failed. And let's be clear. That these people see you all as criminals. The passport bro movement. Okay? So we can't conflate the two. Men that travel versus passport bros. If you declare openly you're a passport bro, guess what? You're guilty by association. As it stands today, they look at Floyd as the vice president to the passport bros. Right? And Austin at one time was the president before he resigned. Right? At that point, they had no leader. Then I think, I wouldn't say Rello, because Rello, he never said he was. He said numerous times he wasn't. He never proclaimed it. But people, by default, was giving him that title. And they often use that title to Rello because of his travel escapades. Right? Things that he was doing. And so what they did was to say, hey, this is what we want to define, but this is how we're going to define passport bro. We're going to use certain examples as what a passport bro is. Largely because they have the most views, they've gained the most traction, and since by them doing that, we're going to alter the original idea of what a passport bro is. And that's what they did. And they were successful in doing it. And so now, since men are still traveling, but they want to disassociate themselves from that title, they're going to still look at the people or the men literally. Like, all of these women are going to try to find ways to burn men that's traveling. Yeah, I got to own up to it, man. I mean, I get it. A lot of these big wigs, I mean, honestly, I did not see them associated with Floyd. I didn't. That's not my point. I'm not saying it the big wigs, all of them are guilty of the same thing that Floyd did. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that the Austin Holloman character is, and those that promoted Floyd, and those that have, it wouldn't be the same behavior that he was charged with, but if they're promoting openly certain behaviors that they say is legal now, they say it's legal in those countries, but they now using it against the men that's promoting it, then those men are going to be associated with Floyd. They're going to put it all in the same pot and stir it up. And they're going to amalgamate the two. Yeah. They got to merge them. So, hey, that's been my point. All right, we have lack of activity now. We're going to go ahead and shut this down. We got 48 people watching over here on Kick. Shout out to Kick right now, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Appreciate y'all all for coming through. Well, my body is still trying to adjust to this time. It's been rough, man. I had a great time last night at Flex, the club here in Pattaya. Flex was a really, really nice club, man. It was nice. And 808 last night, it wasn't doing anything. It was a little dead. But went to Flex. Flex was jumping. So I know I'm going to go there a few more times, whatnot, chill, hang out. So that was pretty cool. Stayed up until like about 8 o'clock in the morning, and then went to sleep and slept all the way up until 6. Yeah. Weird hours, bro. But I guess that's the way it is. You know what I mean? Got up around 6. No, really, I got up around 4. And then me and my friend, we sort of shot the shit a little bit. Then I had to go and get my pants fitted and at the mall. And so After that, I came back and went back to sleep around about 7 until like 11:30 in the morning. Well, at night, excuse me, and now I'm up at 2:30 in the morning here in Pattaya. Shout out to the 48 that's in the building over here on Kick. We got a couple. We got a couple of y'all on YouTube, so shout out to y'all for coming through. Make sure y'all jump into the comment section, man. All right, we're gonna get off this thing. It's a lack of activity. So I think we said what we said. I think we covered the points that we want to make, which, that's my objective, is to cover the points that I really want to make. But I do think that, to rehash it, that the people that were at the top, they got to reconsider the content. And I'm not saying that they were similar or they were the same as Floyd. I'm saying that from an investigation standpoint, that they're going to find similarities. They're going to find ways to associate you with him. And there is evidence to substantiate their claim. You know what I mean? It's going to really make their claim because they have the video footage to verify that there is an association. And to be quite honest with you, is ways to track that. You just get on social media, look at the inboxes. You could definitely see there's a swapping of numbers. You know what I mean? If there's a swapping of personal numbers, then there is text messages. And if there are text messages, then that's an association. Don't matter if you agree with what he did or whether you don't do what he do. Okay, that's irrelevant. What they're saying is you actually promoted this, you marketed this guy on your larger platform, or his platform being large. You then turn to grow his audience and give him that much more attraction and the ability to continue to travel, to make that money, to do what he has been doing. You enable him to do so. So that's the way they look at it. Do I agree with it? No. However, it doesn't matter what I believe or what I agree with. They are the authorities of that country. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to follow their laws. I mean, this is something that people have been saying in this travel space. We have to go to their countries and follow their laws. Wacky TV, appreciate you coming through. Said, yo, hope you're doing well and having a fun stream. Yeah, the stream it's been okay. It's been okay. It could be better, but it's been doing what it's doing. But thank you for your comment. Appreciate that. You know, and there are people that have talked about this extensively of the behavior of Floyd. And again, to the earlier points I made, is that I often wonder how is it that he was able to gain attraction um, from a character standpoint, you know what I mean, or his behavior. I didn't quite understand that. And so now you got these people shuffling, trying to disassociate themselves from that when they was complicit in a lot of ways. I mean, he was on their panels. Some big YouTubers, and I'm not saying that these folks are guilty. I'm saying that they definitely gonna look into it as if they are the same. Is it warranted? It's neither here nor there. I'm saying that when you put this person on your platform, not knowing their background, not knowing their capabilities, which you should have, but the personality of the person, uh, at that point, you put yourself in danger, your reputation in danger. And not only that, you put other people in danger. I mean, I don't know no other way of putting it. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we're gonna get off this thing, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. I have more. I don't have much more to give. Um, there's nothing to contribute to the conversation at this point. We're gonna get out of here, y'all. We appreciate y'all for coming through. It's your boy Bama, right here at Free Men Travel. Make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Make sure you hit the notification bell, and also subscribe to the Kick by going to that part where it shows the follow, the little box. It says subscribe. Make sure you subscribe right there on on Kick. All right, just hit the box, the little small box right next to the follow button, and you will be able to subscribe. I'm gonna get out of here, man. Definitely appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great day. Peace.